Ladies and gentlemen, the next Battlefield game has been officially revealed and the future for Battlefield is looking very bright. So, a few hours ago, Vince Zampella came on with IGN and revealed the next Battlefield game along with its concept art. We'll be going over the concept art shortly, but let's take a look at some of the nice details. So, the next Battlefield game is a return to the classic Battlefield and back to the basics. It's a return to 64 player maps, meaning no more 128 player maps like 2042, going back to the class-based system, no more specialists, finally, and the game is returning to a modern-day setting and is aiming for a similar vibe like Battlefield 3 and 4 because they literally said that they're trying to replicate the Battlefield 3-4 era because for them, that was the peak of Battlefield. Personally, for me, Battlefield's prime was from Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 1. But if this game is actually good, this might start another prime. Taking a look at the concept art, it looks amazing and sick. We don't know what city is in the background, but it might be somewhere in France or in Europe. On the right side, we can see wildfires, which remind me of the wildfires from Firestorm from Battlefield 5. I hope they're as good as them. So this also means that natural disasters are going to be part of the next Battlefield game. You can see it basically looks like a war zone. We see ships, helicopters flying in and stuff like that. This project is also going to be one of the most ambitious projects by EA yet because they're playtesting this game every week. There's tons of studios working on this. There's DICE, Motive, Ripple Effect, Criterion, the Need for Speed developers, and Respawn. And at one point, there was Ridgeline Games who were briefly part of its development, but something happened to that. So there's tons of people and studios working on this project, and they're going to focus on the core of Battlefield. And to me, this sounds like the actual love letter to the fan base. They also announced a community program for next year. We don't know what it actually is, but it's most likely going to be a beta. Let's take a look at what he actually said. We have a program that we're going to announce next year around getting more community in because that's the kind of the core of what we have to do. Get the community back on our side, get that trust back, he says. So I think we're in a really good place. Is it challenging? Of course, but it wouldn't be fun if it wasn't. So I kind of like that. On to the release date, they haven't revealed the exact release date, but they're aiming for a 2025 release date. Most likely, it's going to be late 2025. So it's going to be a while since we're getting something new from Battlefield because the support for 2042 has ended, so we're gonna have to wait. He also commented on a Switch 2 port for the next game, so let's take a look at what he says. I mean, since Switch 2 isn't announced and it doesn't exist, I can't really comment on that, but I would say absolutely. Nintendo, along with Microsoft and Sony, are great partners for us, are important to us on our business at EA, at Respawn. Would love to see it. Zampella says, we don't have anything to announce, but is there a world? Sure, we love them as partners. They've been great to us. I love the Switch. So if the Switch 2 is quite powerful, the next Battlefield game might be coming to it. Now, there is a huge worrying factor from all of this. There's not a single mention of a single-player campaign. That's one of the reasons I dislike 2042. Please bring back campaigns to Battlefield. They were amazing. Mostly, it ain't back to basics if you're going to not include a campaign. 2042 could have received much better if it actually had a campaign. People have made speculations on what the campaign could be if it actually was there. So it could follow the story of Wrecker and Irish after the events of Battlefield 4, which sounds interesting and I hope that happens. I just hope we get a campaign, that's it. With this, Insider Gaming also reported that Battlefield is working on a new free-to-play Battle Royale experience. Currently, the game has two different game modes, including the classic Battle Royale experience and a mode named Gauntlet, which will see teams of players compete in a objective-based mode with the lowest scoring team being kicked out after each mission. We've heard rumors of a free-to-play Battle Royale since the 2042 early days. So it might be interesting if they're actually trying to replicate Call of Duty's success with Warzone. I kind of wish they bring back the Hazard Zone mode from 2042. It was amazing, but they gave up on that mode and literally you can't find a perfect match or lobby on that mode. This game is obviously going to have its issues because a few months ago, the CEO, Andrew Wilson, said he had been playing Battlefield with the team every week and it will be a tremendous live service. So it's going to be monetized to the head. Vince Zampella also talked about 2042 and said that it wasn't a failure of the game despite not doing good as well as hoped. He just said the team tried to do something different, which he really appreciates them to try to. He also said, I'd rather have nice, dense, really nice, well-designed play spaces. Some of them are really good. So meaning that the maps are going to be dense and really crowded and decently smaller than the 120-player maps. So it's going to be a lot chaotic, and I just hope the destruction is as good as Battlefield 1, if not better. They also commented on Battlefield potentially outselling Call of Duty. So he said, I mean, is that what we're going for? I mean, not directly, but always. We're not looking to take down Call of Duty. We're making something that's different, and we're making something that's for us. But yeah, it definitely has the possibility. I don't know, because Call of Duty is the best-selling game pretty much every year until like Rockstar Games releases something or some indie dev comes in. This game is also going to be competing with GTA 6 and Black Ops 7, so it's going to be a huge show. Alright, so with all of this information, they haven't exactly given us any news on what factions are going to be in this game, who are we going to play, and who are we going to play against. In Battlefield 2042, there basically were no factions. It was basically notepads and some PMCs. In Battlefield 4, we had the US, China, and Russia. In Battlefield 3, we had a group from Iraq, the US, and Russia. The US side mainly consisted of the Marine Corps, and I really hope the Marine Corps make a return because the Marine Corps are badass and just straight up based. In Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2, it was basically the US and Russia. But Tom Henderson actually gave his insights on what the next factions are going to be in the next Battlefield game. And he said, NATO versus a PMC. If you don't know what a PMC means, it means a private military contractor. And I think I've seen this one happen before. I don't want to say it, but it sounds interesting and huge. I don't know how they are going to incorporate NATO in the class-based system because NATO isn't a country. It's an alliance of many different European countries. I mean, we did see a European city in the concept art, so who knows? And Tom Henderson is a trusted insider, and he has been right about a lot of Battlefield stuff previously. Well, this video is sponsored by my Discord server. If you want to talk with me or other people or just play games or discuss about anything else, you're free to join. Links in the description. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys found this video interesting. If you did, please consider subscribing. It helps a lot and keeps me motivated to make more videos. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and goodbye and have a great day.